Waltz's coordination with Netanyahu on Iran strike contributed to his firing. U.S. President Donald Trump was angered by his recently ousted National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, hawkish position on Iran in coordination with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on military options to destroy Tehran's nuclear program, contributing to his dismissal last week, according to a Saturday report. Citing senior officials and Trump advisors, the Washington Post reported that Trump's frustration with Waltz grew over time ahead of his firing. According to the report, Trump's displeasure with Waltz came even before the Signalgate affair, in which he was blamed for accidentally adding the editor of The Atlantic to a group chat on the Signal messaging app describing details of an imminent U.S. bombing campaign in Yemen. The report said he clashed with White House officials since early in the administration, specifically over his preference for using military force against Iran instead of his diplomatic route that Trump favored. Last week, Trump dismissed Waltz as National Security Advisor and announced his nomination as the next U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, while Secretary of State Marco Rubio was named as his interim replacement. Two of the people quoted by the Washington Post said Mike Waltz upset the U.S. president by engaging in what the report described as intense coordination with Netanyahu on possible military options for Iran prior to the premier's White House meeting with Trump in February. Waltz wanted to take U.S. policy in a direction Trump wasn't comfortable with, because the U.S. hadn't attempted a diplomatic solution, one of the sources said. It got back to Trump, and the president wasn't happy with it, the person continued. If Jim Baker was doing a side deal with the Saudis to subvert George H.W. Bush, you'd be fired, the report added, quoting a senior advisor to Trump who was referring to the former Secretary of State and White House Chief of Staff.